Here, I'm going to simply state that there are no enlightened people. Samuel is not an enlightened person. There are no enlightened sages. And what do I mean by this? Do I mean that the recognition of our true nature is not directly experienced here and not experienced through many people? No. I mean, enlightenment, what it truly means, if we remove all of the religious and conceptual overlays that have been acquired through centuries of cultural conditioning, we have what the essence of the experience that is referred to is, and that is that the one light of awareness that we are is the only light that illumines all existence. It is the only light that is. So it is this one self-luminous reality that is the substance of everything, that is knowing itself, unveiled by any belief about itself being separate or limited to a personal entity. So it is not a personal entity that has access to the self-luminous reality of being. Only the self-luminous reality of being has access to itself, for there is only itself. The person is like a wave in the ocean or a current in the ocean. The current does not have access to the water. There are not two elements there to have access to one another. There is only the water. So too, there is only the ocean of being, which knows itself by itself. It does not need a person to know itself. It does not need a person to illumine itself. So Samuel, which is a collection of energy, movement, of thoughts, sensations, feelings, perceptions, does not have access to the reality of being. Only the reality of being is experiencing itself, aware of itself as it essentially is, as the very substance of Samuel. So Samuel is an instrument of expressing this self-luminous reality of being that we all are. So Samuel is not awakened or enlightened. People are not awakened or enlightened. People are not knowing the true nature of reality. It is only reality that is knowing itself. So if we believe that there are enlightened people, we, by definition, believe that there are unenlightened people. So these two, enlightenment and unenlightenment, seem to exist, bound together in a dualistic relationship that can transition from one state to another. So if we believe we're unenlightened, we believe at some stage I will become enlightened. But this point of view is an overlooking of the already present reality that there is only one enlightened being. There is only one enlightened being, and that is reality itself, the only substance of being present. That is the only light that illumines. And light in this context is poetically used to refer to the light of knowing or awareness. Knowing, awareness, consciousness, these words refer to the same attribute, which is intrinsic to reality, which is reality knowing, aware, conscious of itself. So don't expect to become enlightened and don't project onto any person the idea that they are enlightened. Just recognize the one light of awareness that illumines your entire experience. That is the only constant to your entire experience. That is the only place where you can find stable clarity about the nature of reality, stable certainty, absolute certainty about the nature of reality. For it is as this light of awareness that reality is aware of itself, is absolutely certain of its presence and nature. And it is not a thought that has access to that. Thought is a current within the ocean. The current does not grasp the water. Likewise, a feeling does not have access to the reality of awareness. That also is a movement within the ocean of being. So just be the ocean now and see that there is only one ocean of being that doesn't become enlightened or unenlightened and is not limited to a particular person